Hello everybody and welcome to the Leading Edge Detailing Online Training Academy. Today we are going to be talking about vacuum cleaning and everything you need to know to make you the best professional vacuum cleaner. Before we get stuck into my specific vacuum detailing setup, I want to just share with you that of the years of training people, both myself, staff, franchisees and other professional detailers, interior detailing is always people's weak point. Because everybody wants to get out there and grab a polishing machine and take away swirl marks. But guess what? A customer is not going to know the difference between 95% swirl mark removal and 98% swirl mark removal. But they're definitely going to see breadcrumbs and other rubbish on the floor when they go to sit in their car. So it's very important to make sure your detailing game on the inside, especially vacuum cleaning, is perfect. Because customers can go and get their own vacuum cleaner and clean their own car, and they're going to judge you based on that. So I'm not going to go grab my vacuum cleaner and show you how I vacuum. That's fairly common sense, and there's a lot of videos online on how to vacuum and use a vacuum cleaner. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through some tips and tricks as well as attachments that I have that have made my life easier over the last 8 years of detailing. I still have the same tub that I started off with when I first started detailing 8 years ago. I still have many of my original attachments and I still use them to this day, and that is evidence of how important they are. So with vacuuming, you need to make sure you get yourself a good vacuum cleaner. I love the Pneumatic George, it's never let me down, but make sure you grab yourself something powerful. The stronger that it is, the better that it's going to suck up things like sand and dirt from floor mats, and especially with sand, the stronger that your vacuum cleaner is, the faster your job's going to be, because sand takes forever to take out. The next thing is, when you're vacuuming, make sure you don't miss any spots. I'm going to run through some of the things that I have seen missed in my time with my own stuff in my own shop, and it's going to sound very obvious and very straightforward, but people miss it. And if they miss it in my shop, and I'm so anal when it comes to looking after my stuff and my customers' cars, guaranteed you're going to miss something. Things include forgetting to vacuum the boot, not vacuuming underneath the seats, not vacuuming in the gap between the seat and the center console, not vacuuming inside of your glove box, not lifting up the floor mats out of the car and vacuuming underneath the floor mats, not checking that the underneath of the floor mat is clean before putting it back in the car, because it might be clean when you take it out, but then if you put it on the floor, it might pick up dirt from the floor, take it back to the car. Also, making sure you clean in the crevices of the seats. So push the seat down with your hand, expose the seam where the stitches are, and then vacuum inside that seam. There's always sand and crumbs in there. Make sure that you vacuum between the bottom half of the seat and the upper half of the seat as stuff gets stuck in there. On the rear seats, vacuum where the rear seat buckles go. Especially if there are kids, they normally jam rubbish in there. And when you're cleaning underneath of the seats, push the seat all the way forward, vacuum it from the rear, then push the seat all the way back, vacuum underneath it from the front. Make sure you don't miss anything, especially where the rails are. Be very thorough with your vacuum cleaning. Vacuum inside of the cup holders. Vacuum everywhere. And the pro tip is, if you can, before you start vacuuming, use compressed air to blow inside of the car, because you want all that dirt to fall on the floor, because that's the easiest place to vacuum, as opposed to the little crevices that are on the doors or the door cups or the center console. Before we look at the attachments, also worth noting, never ever vacuum gloss black trims or the center console where the dash display is. You will scratch them very easily with a vacuum cleaner, and that's going to have its own dedicated training module in this training program. Let's now have a look at the attachments that I have. The first thing is you need a long, thin attachment. This is going to help you get in between the crevices of the seat and the center console. It can also help you get into tight areas that you can't reach. I have used this thing many times, and I will not go to a detailing job without it. A wide, thin vacuum attachment like this is very handy for pet hair, and it's also very handy for sand. A vacuum attachment with a brush head like this is very handy when you're cleaning seats, as well as when you're cleaning things like cup holders. And then depending on the setup that you have, you can also have tiny little vacuum attachments for little crevices, including air vents. And these things can be changed out, and you can put little brush heads. And with these vacuum kits, you can have all types of attachments that you can use to make things easier for you to reach. So this is the bare minimum that I recommend. I also recommend you get yourself a pet hair scraper or a pet hair brush, and get yourself a Tornador attachment that you can put onto the compressor to blow compressed air in and push out the sand so you can vacuum it. But that one is going to have its own training module. Thank you for watching. I hope this video has been informative, and I look forward to presenting the next training tutorial for you.